Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the pause. I'm Laya. Happy 2026. I hope that you're having a grounding and cozy start to winter if you're in the northern hemisphere and a gentle entry into the new year. January 1st can feel either thrilling or unbearably heavy, and it's because we've been spoon-fed that our goals should be ready for takeoff, that it's time to stop stalling and procrastinating and dive straight into reinvention. There's this pressure, I'm still not sure from where or whom, to suddenly become more disciplined, more inspired, and more productive simply because the calendar page flipped. 2026 is your year to shine, they say. But I'm not one to start the year with fireworks and intensity. I want to begin quietly, aligned with the slow pulse of winter while curled under a blanket. I want to be reading by the fireplace a little bit longer, sipping my golden oat latte and just taking my time. So if you woke up today without a 5-year plan or without motivation or simply tired, that's okay. Welcome. Sometimes the most powerful beginning is a soft one. It can be a breath, a pause, a tiny action. For many, the new year feels like a race. You have to become your best self now. Apply for your dream job, start the business, change your habits. But that urgency often has the opposite effect, and it overwhelms us before we even begin. I've seen this not only as a yoga teacher, but also as a figure skating coach, as a productivity and creativity mentor, and as a writer. People start strong, but they lose steam very fast. The rhythms we imagine for ourselves often are unsustainable, and when they backfire, we feel like a failure instead of recognizing that the plan itself wasn't realistic. So today, instead of challenging you to commit to a grand change to start 2026 strong, whatever that means, I want to invite you to try something smaller and kinder as we start the year. A 3-minute act of creativity. I know 3 minutes may sound so minute that it's ridiculous, but stick with me, it could work. All you need is a timer, pen and paper for some of the activities, and your precious self. And then choose a tiny doorway. You could write a sentence about how you feel right now, or list 5 things that caught your attention today. You could also read a single page of a book. You could doodle in the corner of your planner or on a piece of paper, or you could do a few stretches seated on your couch or a chair. And this is not to achieve anything, it's not to prove anything, it's just because you can. Something I've learned as an elite athlete and later on by living with chronic illness, fatigue, and moving through seasons where creativity felt completely out of reach, motivation rarely arrives first. Action does. We wait for inspiration, for clarity, for a surge of energy, but it's the small act itself, the 3 minutes, the 1 page, the 1 doodle, that opens the door. So why would you start the year this way? Big creative dreams like writing a book or building a daily practice or returning to art or movement often collapse not because we are incapable, but because we try to do too much too fast. A novel does not get written in 1 week. A habit doesn't solidify in a weekend. But a single small act can begin to shift everything. 3 minutes of writing today is 1 step closer to becoming someone who writes regularly, and I can absolutely attest to that. A gentle practice is more likely to last than a dramatic overhaul, and a quiet beginning is far more sustainable than a rushed one, especially if you've tried before and lost momentum. Let's talk 21 creative. If writing a book or developing a creative practice or simply reconnecting with inspiration is something you've struggled to sustain in the past, consider this your starting point. A tiny act you can actually keep. So if you would like support in building a sustainable rhythm this month, I have created a 21-day course that I have posted on Insight Timer. I will put the link in the notes that you can begin whenever you're ready. It's called 21 Creative, and it's built around 4 simple anchors: writing, reading, movement, and a short creative sprint, so you can show up consistently without overwhelm or perfection. And to make this experience supported rather than solitary, I'll be offering guidance throughout starting on January 5th. There will be free weekly check-ins every Monday for reflection and orientation, deep inner circle reflections on Fridays for those who want to go a little bit further, and also live sessions where we can gather, ask questions, and work alongside one another. You are more than welcome to join live or catch the replays if the timing works easier for you. So whether you start the course with us or later at your own pace, you won't be doing it alone. And if all you do today is write a sentence, notice something beautiful, or simply rest under a blanket, that counts too, my friend. Soft beginnings are still beginnings. Tiny acts matter, so Happy New Year. May you find the space and the courage to move and create at your own pace. So as always, until we meet again, pause often, breathe deeply, and be kind, especially to yourself. Much love.